Hey guys, it is Wednesday. I always have to look at my watch to see what day it is, and it is March 18th. And if you're joining me again for your at-home workout, I really appreciate it. What we're going to be doing today is an at-home workout that you can work on your upper body strength and lower body strength. And before that, as always, you want to do a warm-up. And I'm going to go through all the warm-up exercises first, and I'm going to go through all of the lower body strength exercises second, and then third, we'll go through all the upper body strength exercises at the very end. So, and I've got some things here in my house that are not, you would find at a gym. It's just stuff that you would use within your own house. And so I'm going to go through those things real quick here. So I happen to have a yoga mat that I set down here. And I also have two chairs. And what I did also, I took the broom handle here off of my big broom and I unscrewed it because I'm going to be using this later for some like TRX or strap assisted pull-ups. And so you may want to grab those type of things if you don't have them. That's fine. If you don't have them, that's fine. But otherwise, we're just going to be, and also some soup cans. I've got the red kidney beans for my chili. But anyway, and some towels also. I'm actually on a slick floor right now in my breakfast area and kitchen area. And we're going to be using that for some towel slides for hamstrings. So let's get right into it, starting with the upper body and lower body at-home workout, and starting with some warm-up exercises, really simple things you can do. First of all, when you stand, feet are flat. I'm actually in my bare feet. I'm in a very safe environment. Anytime I can go in my bare feet, I'm going to do it so I can work on those muscles in the feet and the toes. So anyway, I'm standing up nice and tall, feet are straight, I line underneath my hip bones here. And then my pelvis is going to be neutral, so I don't want to have an arched back. I don't want to have a rounded back. I want to be making sure my waistline is sitting in a neutral position. And then shoulders are back and my head's going to be neutral. So, and if you notice that your hands are like this, that's not a good posture position. So pull the hands back. Now from here, as you saw in my text, hopefully, we're going to start with arm circles forward. I want to go through the biggest and slowest movement possible. So I'm going to go forward, actually up and forward this way, and I'm going to try to go through that biggest range possible, especially back here where it doesn't seem like it wants to go. That's where you want to really work it. So we're doing 10 of these, so I'll go ahead and count now. So it's 1, keep the head up and chin pulled in, 2, 3, so not to be super slow, 4, 5, 6, 7, here's some crackling, 8, 9, and 10. Also, now, what I also did before this, I did some of my crawls, which we'll be doing later this week, some crawling patterns that I like to do in TFW. I've done a lot of that stuff already because I just like to get warm before I get warm. Now we're going to go backward circles, so I'm going to go up and back this way. And again, I'm working that back motion there, this is easy right here. When you get to here and then you start coming back, that's where you really want to kind of go slow through it. We'll call that 2, 3, try not to arch the back when you come back to here. I know I said back twice, sorry Liz. Sorry Martha and Liz and those guys are probably laughing at me right now because we always say back in our TFW classes. I'm not sure why. Mark Dice, call that 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. If you go through the greatest range of motion there, you can really feel that. Now we're going to do arm swings horizontal. So I'm just going to go out here, going to go back and forth 16 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to go up and down, simultaneously moving each line, arm at the same time. So start like this. Move up and down. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, and 8. So 16. Now we're going to do walk out into a push-up, then go into your push-up, and then walk yourself back up. So I'm going to stand over here just where I can see myself. I'm going to come down like in a toe touch position, all the way down, touching the floor. Keep the legs slightly bent, maybe straight if you can, and keep those feet flat. Then I'm going to walk out into the push-up position. I'm going to come all the way down, push back up, and then walk yourself all the way back up. So I'm just going to do 5 for time purposes, but if you want to go ahead and do that with me, here we go. So coming down, walk it out. But you can do 5 to 10 of these things, all the way down, all the way back up, and then walk it back up. Amy, if you're watching, watch out. Don't want to touch your stomach, 30 weeks pregnant. So yeah, I mean, you have to modify this to the person that you are, the situation you're in. So maybe you go knees down, and then roll down, and then roll back up. So you can make this definitely more modified, and you can also make it a little more challenging if you want to. Come down to a slow push-up, don't touch, and then come back up. So you can make it a little tougher. Let's just do one more. Stand up nice and tall each time, and then come all the way down. Walk it out, and then back up. Walking those hands. So the shoulder's getting warmed up there, the hamstring's getting a little flexibility as well. Now, you're going to lay face down for this next exercise. It's called a straight arm reach and or lift. So when you're in the down position, you're laying flat on your stomach, your feet are going to stay down, your forehead's going to stay down on the mat or the floor. You may want to put a towel underneath that, and then the arms are going to be reached like this, not like this. I mean, the side of your arms, your bicep, are trying to squeeze your head. I'm even going to grab a towel with my hand, and then we're going to hold that position for 10 seconds. Now, like I said, you may be able to lift your arms, but the arms still got to be straight. If you can't do that, don't worry. A lot of people have just bad posture, and this is going to help correct that bad posture and warm up the thoracic, the mid-spine area. So I'm going to lay all the way face down with my forehead on the ground. I've got a towel here. I'm going to grab another towel, and then I'm grabbing with my hands about shoulder width, and just see if you can straighten the arms. Straighten the arms, and if you can lift, you're going to hold that for 10 seconds. So here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So hopefully you could see that. I kind of did a trial this morning. I think I could see myself. But so again, what I'm doing is my forehead's on the towel. My pelvis is still kind of tucked under so it doesn't get arched, and my feet stay down so I don't put any abnormal stress in lower back and those spine areas there. So then I'm really reaching as long as I can, grabbing the towel, and you just, some people, just to stretch the arms out is challenging, but if you lift the arms, it's even tougher. And I know Kyla, if she's watching, I mean, she's like, and Lauren Payne, one of our fitness instructors, they can invert their hands and lift it up. I'm not there. I don't have the flexibility. So if you're finding that really easy, turn your hands this way and then do it. And I'm just not there yet. I've been working on it. I got that from my physical therapist, Brian Scully, who's also one of our personal trainers, by the way. And then also now, you would do that 3 sets. And again, I'm just doing this for time purposes, but let's grab the soup can. So now you've seen traditionally, some people like to do empty the can and come up, and that right there, it's like the bony landmark is impinging on the shoulder, and it hurts. And it's like, if it hurts, then it's probably not good. And so what we do is we do the full can. So now I'm going to keep the liquid in the can instead of pouring it out. And then we're going to come up, and we're going to pull the arms back, and we're going to come back down slow. And so we're going to do that 10 to 15 times. Here we go. So coming up, good posture again, hold it, and then down slow. Okay? And you can maintain. So now, if you don't really work on posture, this is an excellent opportunity to work on that posture. A lot of people stand with incorrect posture. Hey, how are you standing right now? Is it like this? You know, one of those deals. So coming up, you're going to maintain this posture for the whole minute time that we're doing this. If we're doing 10 reps, one rep's taking about 3 seconds. That's at least 30 seconds. And it's a good chance to work on posture, getting yourself ready for the exercise that we're about to do. You know, I'm not like my daughter who can come in and just do the splits and start doing these twirls that she's learning in her dance class. In a minute, she'll probably be getting up, wondering what I'm doing inside. Okay, now we're gonna go to number 8 exercise. It's the body weight squat. So, show you from the side, guys. When you do a body weight squat, make sure your feet are flat underneath the hip bones, and you're gonna pretend like you're sitting back into a chair. And my torso should be at the same angle as my shin. So when I come down, I'm gonna be in this low position right here, and my head's still in this position right here. So this is the easiest way to do a squat. Hands out, kind of counterbalancing your core and keeping the head in good position and looking straight ahead. Now, kick it up a notch, put the hands behind your head. And now you're involving the lats, the lat tightness, and the lats come and touch on the back of your lower back, and that becomes a little tougher. So that just made my squat a little tougher. So I'm gonna do this 10 times. What I don't wanna do is forward flex, look at the ground. I wanna try and look straight out the whole time. So let's go ahead and start counting now. Here we go. Down. 1, down. 2, down. 3, down. 4, down. 5, down. 6, down. 7, down. 8, down. 9, down. And 10. Good morning, Lauren. So now we're going to go into a forward and back leg swing. So this is where if you've got a chair or a wall, you may want to hold on to that when you do the leg swing. So I'm just going to go forward and back. If you can do that without the bar, because your balance is really good, then that's when you want to use that. So we're going to do, let's see, I said 10. Yeah, so I'm going to go back and forth 10 times. Try to pull it up and then swing it back here. Let's do 10 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maintain good posture. 5, right here. 6, 7. You got to tighten those. 8, 9, 10. And now we're going to switch the other leg. And what I was trying to say before is don't let your pelvis do that. Try to lock it in and keep it still. Hands out. Hold the bar. Other side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, now we're going to come into what I call low sumo squat. We're going to rock back and forth, try to get the lower leg and just the lower back and all the hips loosen up a little more. So I'm going to sink down. Some of you might stop here. Some of you can still keep coming all the way down to here. And I'm just going to rock back and forth. Try to keep those heels down as I'm doing that. And when it bothers your knees or your hips or lower back, then come up a little bit. So you can modify everything that I've done so far. You can modify it that it doesn't hurt and it feels right for you. If it hurts, that's not good. Sharp pain's not good. So I'm just rocking back and forth. You got to listen to your body. If there's fatigue, that's different. That's a different pain. That's okay. All right? So I'm just going back and forth. I haven't really been counting, but I think we've got about 16 per side. And this is a nice position. I even kind of press out, get the inner thighs in there. And now I'm going to stand up. Now, the next one we're going to do is, it's called that lower leg, bent legged stretch. And so we normally would do a calf stretch, like if this leg is back. So we're just stretching the calf right here. But to better your squat functionality, you need to loosen up this area right here, the back of the ankle. So in order to do that, you've got to bend the knee. And ideally, I would be next to a wall doing that. And I don't think I can be in the picture doing that, but let's just pull this chair over here. Let's pretend like this is my wall. I'm going to put my foot right up against the wall. Maybe scoot it back a little bit. Now keep the heel down and try to get your knee to the wall. See how that would be the wall? Foot stays flat. I'm going to go back and forth. And what I'm trying to do is just loosen up right in here. Loosen up right in here. If your foot's right against the wall and you can barely touch the wall, that is a major limited ability, functionality and limitability in your ankle. You should be about a good, half foot of your distance. So that's why I backed up a little bit. We're going to do 16 of these. Here we go. 1. Also, real quick, Don't let the knee cave in. Make sure it goes right over the middle part of your foot. Let's go and do 16. Here we go. 1, 2, and again, this is the primary foot we're working on. Don't let the heel come up like it just happened. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Switch out your legs, same thing other side, and then you want to judge, are both sides the same? Does one side feel tighter than the other? This one feels tighter on me because I sprained this ankle a lot growing up in sports. So let's do 16. Here we go. 1, keep the heel down. 2, the knee dries over the middle part of the toe. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Good. So I'll put the chair back. I know I said back again, sorry. Okay, now 90-90 stretch. So I'm going to get into where one leg is bent at a 90 degree in front, one leg is bent at a 90 degree in the back. Now I want to come down with my, so if my left leg is in front, I'm going to bring my right elbow down in front of my foot. And then I'm going to switch to the other side. Okay? So I got this one from my jiu-jitsu class. Shout out to Team Took Jiu-Jitsu in Cyprus, Professor Miguel. I thought, I was pretty good until I took that class, and then now I'm at the bottom of the barrel over there. But what I'm trying to do, guys, here is get some mobility in my hips. Bring that elbow down in front, and we're just going to keep moving. We're going to do like 16 of these. So here we go. Coming down. 1. Switch. I'm not supposed to touch the ground, but I'm trying not to look too terrible doing this. 3, 4. Just dynamically moving here. 5, and you're going to feel this right in the hip and glute area. 6, 7, 8. Anybody sore from yesterday? That running? Geez, I have not done running like that in a while, and my calves are sore. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's go and do 4 more. 13, 14, 15, and 16. So I wait to do that one at the very end because I'm really tight in my hips, and you want to have some body heat and blood flow in the body before you go into that one. So now, if you wanted to do that whole thing again, you could. I'm just going to do it once, but now we're going to go into lower body. So lower body, I started with the half kneel to a stand. This is where you might need one of your towels. And the reason for that is I'm going to be kneeling on that towel. So I'm going to show you with my left knee down, okay? And the other foot's out in front. Now this is the foot, this is the leg that's really going to be working. And so some of you might need a pretty high towel because what I'm about to do is stand up and then come back down. Now, the idea is to do without using anything around you. So I come up, I can just step and put my foot down, and I put my foot back down and then my knee down slowly. So I can do what I call a step up, or you can do a balance up position. And again, I make that look easy. It's not the easiest thing, okay? So let's go and do 8 reps per side, and then we'll switch to the other side. Here we go. So coming up, 1, try to come down slow with it. 2, slow movements. 4, good posture. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just going to flip it around. Same thing on the other side. So again, when you're standing up, guys, do not let your knee cave in. That knee's got to stay over the middle toe. and your foot stays completely flat. So I'm just showing you the side view. You can't see the front view. So tall torso, here we go. 1, a lot of balance when you come up. 2, strong torso. 3, you gotta feel where that knee is aligning. You should be able to feel like it's lined. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, if we were at the gym, Mac was open, like it will hopefully soon will be, I like to hold a medicine ball. Some people like to put a bar in their back, and you can really load that one up. That can be really tough. And so now we're gonna go to a single leg stance touchdown. So what that means, again, a little bit of balance here. I'm gonna stand on one foot, and I'm gonna come down, and I'm gonna see if I can touch either my knee, my shin, or my toe, and then come all the way back up without touching the foot. And then on my bare feet, this is pretty tough. So some of you might have to have a little kickstand back here to do this, because bringing the foot up, everything changes. So the goal here is to do 8 per side. So find some balance, find a good steady position. If you're not balanced at the top, you're not gonna be balanced on the way down. So let's do 8, here we go. Down, 1, remember not to go to the floor. I'm doing that. 2, a lot of balance. 3, 4, 5, try to keep the other foot right next to you. 6, so don't let it swing out to the side. 7, you can feel that ankle really work in the knee and the hip. And 8. If I were at the Mac, I'd be grabbing the big 20-pound ball, putting it on this shoulder. And I've worked up where I can do a 50-pound ball. It took me a little while to do that, but that's the way you can increase the resistance. So, other side, here we go, coming down. 1, 2, and notice I come all the way back up. 3 each time. Don't rush these. 4, time under tension. 5, 6, yeah, I'm losing my balance, sorry. 7, and 8. This is the ankle that's not as flexible, and therefore it's not as strong. So, now, here's what we do. I'm gonna actually dismantle my little pull-up bar position, and this is where you might need the bar for balance, but I don't know if you noticed the text, but this is where I do a lot of single leg stuff on legs, and that way you have to add a lot of resistance, because your own body weight is enough resistance for this one right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my, I'm gonna put my foot right up on the chair, and then as a balance issue you might have, you might use the bar. Okay, you don't want to scratch up the floor and get your wife all mad, so put it on top of a towel. And then the foot comes right here. Then I'm going to come all the way down as far as I can, and then come back up. Okay, and if I go super slow on this gets really tough. If I add weights, you want to hold like a person, that would be really, really tough. You may want to just start with some dumbbells. You want to try without holding on to the bar, that becomes even tougher. So, and some of you are going to have to limit your range of motion on this. If you go way down like I'm doing, it's really tough. And again, knee alignment, knee tracking of the foot's really important here. So, that scared me. All right, so now let's do 8 reps. Let's do 8 reps per leg. Here we go. Come down. 1, 2, I'm just lightly putting the foot here. 3, 4, torso still tall. 5, 6, 7. Sorry about that. I'm back. So somebody called me, I don't know why. Anyway, got my MyZone. I'm not going to get as many MEPs today as I did yesterday because my heart rate's not up the whole time, but my heart rate is up a little bit. And so don't worry about the MEPs. Don't worry about the heart rate today, because today's a strength day. So a lot of strength and balance. So now switch out your legs. Again, foot's flat, right over the ball, or the tracking over your middle toes, coming all the way down if you can, and then coming back up. 1, we're gonna do 8. 2, 3, 4. So I don't know if you guys heard me or not, but if you hold on dumbbells, I'm not sure how long that phone call was going, this becomes a lot more challenging. Hold a medicine ball, hold dumbbells, put a bar on your back on this one, becomes really tough. 7, 1 more, and 8, good. So now, let's move to the 4th exercise. Actually, I'm gonna keep that there. My little makeshift home gym here. So now we're gonna go to the bridge, slick floor, sliding bridge. And I'm gonna show you a couple of examples here, guys. So I've got I'm on my tile floor. It could be a hardwood floor. And then, so it should be able to slide, okay? Some of you might feel like the hamstrings start to cramp on this, and that's when you're gonna really limit your range of motion. So the bridge is where you land on your back, hips up, try to engage the glutes. But this is gonna be a lot of hamstrings and glutes. So let's lay on the back here. Arms right by your side, lift your hips up, and you're gonna slide out. Let it come down nice and slow, and then now pull back in, okay? Hold it for a second, and then go back out slow. So I'm coming down, and then coming back in. Now, like I said, if you feel like the hamstrings are starting to cramp on you, do 1 leg at a time. Just do 1 leg at a time, okay? So let's do 8 of these. I'm gonna pull this in a little bit because I'm hitting the back end of that. Here we go. Coming down, all the way down, and then pull it back in. 1, down, pull it back in. 2, out, and then back in. 3, all the way down, back up. 4, every time you come back up, raise the hips, get the glutes to tighten up. We got 4 to go. Down, up, 5, down, up, 6, down, up, 7. Gonna have to rearrange the towel every time. That's okay, because that'll give you time to raise back up. 1 more. Down, and back up. 8. So all these muscles, lower back, glutes, hamstrings, a lot of stuff going on there. Now, here's how I would suggest doing the rest of this lower body part. You could go through that another 2 or 3 times, so you get your sets in. So, or 1 round. So 1 round would be doing each of those for the amount of reps that I mentioned, and then you go it again, and you do it again, and you do it again. So up to 4 rounds of those. Let's go and do 1 more. I think I've got time. I'm supposed to take my daughter in about 30 minutes so to piano. So hopefully she'll get her breakfast by then. It is almost 10 o'clock as I'm looking at her, mentioned to that to her. So let's do them real quick. We'll do 1 more round. I'm just going to do 2 rounds with you guys. So here we go. So coming up and back down. 1, up, back down. 2, coming up, back down. 3, 4, and again, you can make this really tough. If I come down super slow, 5, that makes it a lot more challenging. 6, 7, if you're having a hard time doing this, stop short of the floor. And 8, remember you could always use the bar, switch legs, put the inside knee down. All right, here we go, coming up. 1, up, 2, make sure you come down nice and easy. 3, you don't want to dislodge that kneecap. 4, 5, 6, good posture. 7, and 8. We're going to go right into that single leg touch. So standing up nice and tall. Left foot, you can have a kickstand. Come all the way to the knees, shin, or toes. Here we go, 8 times. Down. 1, don't let the leg swing. 2, come all the way back up. 3, make sure the knee stays tracking over the middle toes. 4, 5, second set's getting a little tougher than the first set. 6, all the way up each time. 7, and 8. Switch out your legs. See if I can improve this side this time. Coming down. 1, feels a little more stable. 2, 3, a lot of balance going on. 4, who doesn't need a little work on a little balance? 5, 6, 7, and 8. It's okay, you can go get breakfast, Lauren, if you need to. I'm just going to keep rolling here. So now we're going to go to the heel slide bridge. Sorry, got my notes over here in case I would forget what to say like I did. So lay on your back again, hips come up. Here we go, going right into it. Slide them out, touch your butt to the ground, slide it back in, re-raise the hips. 1, all the way out, back up. 2, all the way out, back in. 3, remember you can alternate the legs if you need to. All the way out, back in. 4, all the way out, back in. 5, all the way out, back in. 6, 2 more, all the way out, back in. 7, all the way out, back in. 8, whoops, I think I forgot one, didn't I? Yeah, I did forget one. It's the one where we have your foot on the bench. So, one out of order, no big deal. So, let's go and get that one in. So, foot comes out here on the bench. Wipe a little sweat, need a bar for balance, get that. Come all the way down, back up. 1. So, hey, I didn't go in complete order, but nothing's gonna go wrong with the workout. That's why I got my notes. 3, 4, that's why I sent you guys the text. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Switch out your legs. All body weight, guys. Pretty good. Hopefully you're starting to feel like I am. Here we go. Coming down. 1, knee tracking. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, one more, and 8. Good job. So now I'm just going to do 2 rounds, and I might just do 1 round of the upper body because I want to make sure my daughter is ready for her piano lesson this morning. So now we're going to do a slow, going to upper body, slow lowering push-up. Now, what I've written on the text is that you want to come down slow. So if you need to do it on your knees, then do it on your knees. So, and we're going to go through the biggest range of motion possible. So I'm just going to show you 8 reps. I've got 5 to 10 reps. Somebody wants to kick it up a notch, go to 10. Not as strong on the push-ups, then just do 5. But we're coming down at a speed of 4 seconds. So it's not your typical fast push-ups like I did yesterday outside after the run. I had to do those fast, or I'm not going to get through them, but I still went through full range of motion. And so anyway, here it is. So when you, hey, think about this. If I go to push a car, my elbows have to be in to push. If I try to push a car like that, that already hurts my shoulders. You're not going to get much push. So right here is your optimal push position. So think of it as that. When you're doing a push-up, it's not here, it's here, okay? So push-ups, if you're in the knee position, I'm going to show you the knees. I'm going to come down slow all the way and then come all the way back up. When you come back up, you actually could lift the legs off the floor. Or you can do it where you come down and you don't touch and then come back up. Let's do that. Let's go and do 8 times. I'm going to count out. 4-second lowering speed. Put my towel here so I touch my chest to that towel. Here we go. Coming down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back up. 1. Yeah, I like to stay a little bit at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3. Don't let your back sag. Keep it in the right position. We talked about posture beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back up. Is that 4? We'll call it 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back up. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry guys, I don't know how to turn my phone portion off, so hopefully you got all 8 reps. Somebody just tried to call me again. Sorry about that. So now, hopefully it wasn't my wife, but anyway, now we're going to go to alternating side planks. So I'm going to get one forearm down, okay, and I'm going to be either on my knee like this, and I'm going to roll coming down, and then coming back up, or I can have my feet off the ground, okay? Ideally, we're going to try to go from here all the way down, touch the elbow to my hand, and then come back up. So option 1, your foot's down and your bottom leg knee is bent, and that's down. Option 2, bottom knee down, top leg is up. Option number 3, stack your feet and then coming down and then coming back up. So again, when you do these, we're going to be going through some slow tempo movements, time under tension, okay? So I'm actually going to put this towel where my feet are, because that was kind of bothering my feet a little bit. That's okay, we can do that. All right, everybody get in their position. Here we go. Coming up, here we go. Coming down, and then back up. I want a little fast, so it's 1, 2, 3, back up, 1. Can go a little slower. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 7. 1, 2, 3, 8. All right, so let's switch sides. Gonna go the other side now. Put my towel here for my feet. That probably was my wife. Wondering if Lauren's up and has had a breakfast, because I'm gonna be leaving here in 20 minutes. It's okay, we're gonna get this done. So coming up. All right, here we go. Coming down. 1, 2, 3. Back up. 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. So I'm working on stabilization of the lat, the shoulder, of course a lot of core here. 1, 2, 3. Back up. 3. 1, 2, 3. Back up. 4. 1, 2, 3. Back up. 5. 1, 2, 3. Back up. 6. 1, 2, 3. Back up. 7. 1, 2, 3. Back up, and 8. Time under tension. All right, so now we're going to go into a leaning couch tricep. So I have a nice leather couch over here. I'm going to see if you guys can see me. Oops, can't, so I'm going to turn this just a little bit. Thanks for staying on watching. Let's see if we can get me in the picture here. Yep. So now I've got my hands on the couch, and I'm leaning back. The less I lean back, the less weight. The more that I am back, the more that it's going to add some tension. Now, make sure your couch doesn't slide, okay? And the hands are going to be inside, the elbows inside. And so it's like I'm doing this triceps extension this way, but now I'm using my body weight instead of a dumbbell or a medicine ball. So elbows in, I'm here. I'm going to come down in between my arms and then extend back up. This one's pretty effective. If that's too hard, you can even do a split stance and do it this way, or I can go both feet in and then coming back out. So let's do it, hey. So it's, slow lowering. We're gonna try and get 8 reps. Here we go. Elbows in, find that good foot position. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, try to keep the load right here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty effective. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 7. One more. 1, 2, 3, and 8. I think that was the toughest one so far. So now, let me turn this back over here. Let's see. Got everybody in the picture. Who's on? Jody. Oh, my old neighbors. Hey, Jody, how you doing? So anyway, pretty cool. I'm seeing a lot of people online that I haven't seen personally in a long time. So now, here is the makeshift pull-ups. So if you don't have the TRX strap, you can hang from a ceiling or even a playground. I've got 2 chairs, and like I said, what I did is I disconnected this bar, this handle from my push broom, and it's a metal, it's a very sturdy bar, so it's not going to break. I practiced this several times. Just going to disclose this right now. If you don't think you feel safe doing this, then don't do it. That's okay. You can go to a playground and find some low bars that are about the same height and do some pull-ups I'm about to do. I'm just showing you, if you've got this stuff in your house, you can sit up and you can do it all without stopping. But you may need to do that instead of doing this if you don't feel comfortable doing it. So, laying this right on top, right here. And then I'm going to sit down and I'm going to grab the bar like that. But first I'm going to get a little bit more underneath and laying back. Now see how slippery that is? So you've got to make sure that the hands are right here. And I'm actually pressing into the chair. I'm actually kind of pressing out at the same time I'm holding on. So again, I've done this many times. It has not cratered on me. Hopefully it doesn't happen right now. So I'm going to come up kind of slow just to make sure. Yeah, it's steady now. So I'm going to come up to here. You see what I mean? This is like the inverted row, right? And it's hard to do with just your own body weight without anything. So this is the movement that we're doing. A little bit easier if I bring my feet underneath. Now it's a lot easier. So it's harder if the legs are way out here. So we're going to do 8 reps. I'm going to come up at the top and then come down really slow. When I come up to the top, I'm actually going to stop. Hopefully you guys can still see me and you're with me. And let's see if we get this done. So I come up, I'm going to stop. Now I'm going to come down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4. Sorry, I think I'm back. Am I back? Good, I'm back. I think my wife is calling me. She's worried that I'm not going to take my daughter to piano. So Lauren, can you call Mom and let her know that we're on the way? Because she keeps calling. All right, so now that exercise, hopefully you got them in. So I have my hands overhand. You can go underhand to get a little more biceps and lats. So guys, after this I'm going to have to cut it out because I'm on a little time restriction right now. Go a little bit longer than I thought. So now I'm going to go inverted hands. And again, make sure everything is locked in before you come up. So I come up a little bit, make sure it's sturdy. Yep, it's good. So now I come up, come down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 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 Up. I think that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. 7. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. And 8. Yeah, so that's pretty tough. That is a really tough one. And again, you can do that same one on a playground at an elementary school near to your house. If you've got 2 chairs with a very sturdy bar, you can use that, but only do that if you think it's safe for you. But it worked for me. I'm not saying it's going to work for you, but hey, tomorrow, let's do a little circuit training. So I'm going to set up some stations, and we'll be doing like 5 exercises like a minute each on each of those. And then that way, tomorrow we're gonna get the heart rate up. I'll show you a different warm up. And I hope you enjoyed today's workout. And hey, I'll say this, guys. So self-isolating myself from the rest of the world, trying to do my American duty so we don't get it out of control. And I think we need to do that. Spread the word and do the duty and stay safe, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's workout. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully at 9:30. I'm a little out of breath. Kind of crazy, man, but that was good. See you tomorrow, guys.